about artists talking about Red Rocks and just the iconicness of the venue, and even attendees just talking about how iconic and how beautiful the Red Rocks venue is. So I've heard about it for a while. I decided that I had to try and see what this is all about. Funny story, as I'm getting in the bus with a pass to try and figure out where I'm supposed to go, I open the door to the bus and I see, Adam, can I call you a friend? Can we say a friend?
Yeah, of course.
See my friend Adam right there. Like, I did not realize, Adam, that you were going to be there. All of a sudden, like, open the door. It's like, hey, wait, I didn't realize that you were coming here, man. What's up?
Yeah, man, it was awesome. I kind of got a call, not last minute, but a couple weeks out, since Child Fund was doing the sponsorship in the partnership with Awakening there and K-Love. And they had 2 nights, and so they had a speaker, and they're like, well, instead of having our guy do it for both nights, why don't you come in and do night 2? And I said, of course, because that was my first time ever at Red Rocks. I'd never got to play there, and so it was unbelievable.
It was my first time as well. I think we've shared a few firsts. Was the Jesus Freak Cruise your first cruise overall? Yeah, so we shared that. That was my first DC Talk concert that I actually remember. I think you're talking that was your first DC Talk concert as well.
Yep.
I can't wait to see what other firsts that we share down the road, man. Unintentionally.
Yeah.
So I was walking around the venue downstairs, or the museum downstairs, looking through just some of the history that's happened at Red Rocks. I mean, I think it started in 1908, something like that. It was christened around 1940, give or take. So, I mean, this venue has been there for a while. The employees there were talking about how, I think it was, I can't remember what publication it was, but they rated that venue the #1 outdoor venue in the world. Not just the U.S., the world.
Yeah.
And not only the history there, from the artist perspective, what does it mean to play at Red Rocks? I mean, for me, it was fun to visit, to see, but from your perspective, what is it to play? What kind of honor is it to play at that kind of a venue?
Well, anytime you get to play on the same stage as, you know, some of the most iconic artists of all time, it's special. And then you place that on top of the maybe arguably the most beautiful setting in all of, venues around the world. It was special, and it's the only word I can use to describe it, is special. And just, you step out on the stage and it's just like, wow. And there, you're used to playing arenas, you're used to playing all these different venues, and then something like this pops up, and it's just, you just try your best to stay in the moment and remember it for as long as you can. And even, like, obviously the stage is cool, but like backstage is unbelievable. All the dressing rooms, one of the walls of the dressing room is just the Rock. Like, it's the face of the Rock is one of your walls, and the whole one wall of the entire catering is the Rock. Like, it's just built into the Rock, and everything. And it's just, everything's super steep, and it's just wild back there, but just brilliant the way it's designed. And I'm glad somebody thought to do that.
You're talking about steep, the stairs out for the common folk, for the seating and stuff. Oh my gosh. Those, I think I counted, well, I stopped counting at about 120 because I was trying to catch my breath. But going all the way up to the upper levels, those are some stairs. They say that there's in shape, and then there's Red Rock shape. And then there's me down here somewhere. But
well, and you're at elevation too, so you're up there, in the mountains of Colorado. So I don't know how high it was, but it's even higher than Denver, which is a mile high. So it's like, it's tough to breathe. And I don't know if I drank 30 bottles of water a day. Like, it was just, I could not stay hydrated, and I'm just like worn out. I'm like, why am I so tired? Oh yeah, because I'm running up and down all these stairs at altitude. It was crazy.
So what was one of your favorite moments from both nights? Because you were there the first night as well, to kind of take it in. What was your favorite moment?
Yeah, I think rolling up on it, driving in was cool. Just seeing it for the first time. I'd never even been there, let alone played there. And so seeing it for the first time was really cool. I love hiking. I love being outside. I love playing golf. And so anything outdoors, I like it. And so seeing that, just the natural beauty of it, was really cool. And then got picked up. We drove up the hill, and then coming through the little gate to see the actual amphitheater for the first time from the stage was really cool. Just to kind of take it all in, and then going and looking around backstage. And then a really cool moment at the end of the first night was when Toby was playing, and he started playing the song Promised Land that we wrote together, and just seeing 9,000 people singing that song at Red Rocks from the side of the stage. It was unbelievable.
I remember texting us like, wait, I think I've heard this song before somewhere. Yeah, I think we both agreed it was passable.
Yeah. Oh, he did a pretty good job of it.
One of my favorite parts was Katie Nicole. I mean, her big song, there's a little boy in the crowd that had something, illness. I can't remember what was going on with him, but she had met him before stage, and we sang her song as a prayer over that little boy. And what you're saying, like 9,000 people, however many people were there, at that point, just praying the song, hands out, hands raised to this kid, was just something very special. Like someone was cutting onions right next to me because I was tearing up a little. I mean, it was super powerful seeing those moments.
Yeah, definitely.
And so, for talking about speaking from stage, second day, can you speak a little bit for the other artists, just what the impact of Red Rocks and just the joy and stuff like that, being on that stage from that view out? What does that feel like? What is the impact of that?
Yeah, it was cool. I was talking with Mac Powell backstage, and we had just been on tour with Newsboys, and so we were just kind of catching up. And he said that it was Third Day's last show was at Red Rocks, and so it was cool for him to be kind of coming back and playing it as a solo artist for the first time. And he's like, man, it's just special. It's so cool. Little moments like that, and just hearing stories from the other artists about how the venue's been special to them over the years, or a couple of them, it was their first time playing. It's just, everybody's like, I don't want to mess this up. I just want to experience it. And it's just so cool. And then stepping out on stage, it was wild. It felt like slow motion, which is great. I would rather feel like that than, like a blink. And so it felt like slow motion, just felt like I had all the time in the world. It was pretty crazy because it's kind of a ruckus place. It's outdoor. And then as I'm in the middle of telling a story, I mean, you could hear a pin drop in that place, and there's 8,000 people, and it's just dead silent, and everybody's just kind of in the moment together. It was pretty cool. I mean, it's hard to describe what it's like being on the stage and looking up, because everybody's right there in front of you. It's kind of, like you said, straight up. Stairs are steep, and everybody's right there. Most places you can only see maybe the first 1,000 or 2,000 people, and then everybody behind that you can't really connect with. But this is you can really connect with just about the whole crowd, and it was awesome. It felt like we were all just enjoying it together.
One of the things that really came out from that is just the joy of the artist coming, the joy that was radiating off the artist on stage. Just excited to be there, whether it be the first time or another time. I mean, we'll show a clip here. Matthew West was just laughing so hard, he actually snorted in the microphone at Red Rocks. And he's just like, I just snorted at Red Rocks.
I just snorted at the Red Rocks. Come on, man.
So you can just see the infectious joy. It was fun to be there for the first time, and just you got to share an experience with the artist, just being there at such an iconic venue, whether their first time or whatever. I think that's also what made these nights as well.
Yeah, it was also cool. Backstage felt like a family reunion both nights, because so many artists were there, but then also a lot of families came in for this one, since it's such a special venue, and then managers and booking agents, and everybody came to see, and a lot of radio personalities were there. Just everybody wanted to be a part of the moment. And so backstage, it was wild. It was a total just family reunion back there.
So let's take a look at a few more moments from the both nights here.
You're all invited. But before we get it started, I got a question for you guys. Can we take this celebration up a notch?
really appreciate you just coming and I'm just going to say co-hosting this video with me here and just giving us that perspective there. Definitely want to say thank you to K-Love, to Awakening Events for letting us be there and just participating in this amazing event. And I think by the time we release this here, the on-demand will be available, so we'll link that as well. Like I said, Adam, just thank you so much for helping us out here.
You bet, man. Happy to talk about it. It's a rare occasion where all the artists backstage are super happy and everybody's just like stoked to be there. Not that we don't like every show, but this one, definitely everybody was in good spirits and stoked to be there. It was a fun atmosphere back there.